What's going on? It's Defensive Tactics Solution, back at it again. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there on this beautiful Sunday. Today we're going to do a part 2 on the gun review that we just did last week on the collaboration gun between Ruger and Magpul. We're going to go out to the range and we're actually going to test this gun and see how it runs with different magazines. We're going to use the stock Glock mags, the Magpul mags, the Second Amendment mags, and the Mec-Gar mags. I have not put any rounds through this, so it's going to be probably 100 rounds total that I'm going to be putting this pistol through. I do have a flag in it. It is safe. The only difference on this pistol is I added the Holosun 407K, so that is the only difference on this pistol that I did. So we will zero out this red dot and then we will be shooting some steel plates on it. I know from other, clone Gen 3 Glocks that they do have issues running different magazines. They do get finicky. So I want to see how this runs with different magazines, and will it not have any jam issues or any feeding issues with this pistol. I don't think there will be, but we will put 100 rounds to this pistol and use different mags on this test. And then we'll give you an overall review on this gun, on the performance. So on this Ruger, this RXM, I am gonna just shoot the stock Magpul mags that it comes with. These come with a 15 round magazine. So I'm going to zero it out on the target, and then and once we're done zeroing it in, then we're going to hit the steel targets. So we got it dialed in now. That was the first shot. Then I made my adjustment. I made it too high. Then I started grouping here. Then I was making my small adjustments here and here. And then my last 3 shots was a little too high, then 1 over, and then this was my last adjustment here. So now we're going to be shooting these steel plates. So we're going to now shoot the targets. I'm going to try the Mec-Gar mag first and see how it runs. Second Amendment mag next. Stock Glock mag. Not bad, not bad. I do like the feel of the trigger. The grip is pretty good. One thing that I like about it is the slide serrations on here. I could get a really good grip on it. So the recoil's not too bad on this pistol. Like I said, the grip is not bad on that. I feel like getting my 3 fingers on here because of that undercut right here. I feel like I can get a pretty good combat or master grip on here. I would say I don't really care for how the grip is or the texture on this mag release is. It feels like I could slip on it. I don't like, maybe if it was a different direction instead of horizontal, maybe vertical, I could get a better grip. It just seems like it would slip on there. The slide lock release isn't bad, so when I'm high on it, because I usually have a high grip on there, I'm not hitting it. So I'm gonna run a little bit more rounds through this and see how it goes. I'm gonna do a combat reload. I'm gonna shoot at the 25-yard mark, and then we're gonna do a reload with this pistol. And then we're gonna, at that steel, we're gonna do a reload. Not bad, not bad. Try that again. One is trying to get used to the red dot on here and trying to find a point of aim with this pistol. Happens when you rush the shots. You can't hit it. Got to make the rounds count. I think one thing I'm noticing on this is me on the shooter is the fact that I'm not keeping a good grip on this pistol. Nice. So that's a lot better. Now I just got to focus on keeping a good grip. I think it's trying to, on my support hand, really putting a really good grip on here. I think I'm I'm worried about hitting that mag release. So I'm kind of, I feel like I'm getting too close to it. But I just need to trust myself and train a little bit and not worry that my finger's gonna hit that mag release, especially on my grip here. That's why I'm losing a little bit of grip tension on there. Thank you everyone for the patience on the wind out there. I know it was pretty bad, so I appreciate that and you being patient with that. On this Ruger RXM, I would say, you know, out of a rating, out of 5 stars, I would give it a 4. There's a lot of pros to this, very little cons. It handled all the magazines with no problems, and a lot of the key features that I liked about that was the grip module. Magpul hit it out of the park with this. I felt a really good grip on there. The undercut right here is nice. The flare magwell to feed that magazine is really good. So it feeds the magazine really well. The trigger is really nice. It's pretty smooth. It was a little bit to get used to, but the trigger was really nice. Recoil management was not bad. The slide serrations, when you're getting a grip on the slide serrations, was really good. The sights were really nice. And overall feel on this gun was really good. So, and for the price point on what this gun is coming in, I would say if you're a new person coming into the finding a firearm for self-defense, something that you can concealed carry, take it out of the range, actually be ready to go out of the box and not be too heavily invested within the price, the Ruger RXM is an awesome pistol to go with. Some of the things I did not like was the Picatinny rail. I'd rather see a different style Picatinny rail on there for the optic. And I would say the mag release right here, I don't like how it's horizontal to your grip, the texture is. I'd rather see it vertical. It just seems like it's very smooth. But overall, it's very minor things on that. But overall, the gun, they did an awesome job with it. I'm excited to see the aftermarket support for this. And I know Magpul has announced different grip modules for this within the different sizes. Hopefully they have different colors too. So I'm just excited to see where this firearm goes from now. And I believe Ruger and Magpul did a fantastic job with this firearm. I want to thank everyone for all the support, all the likes, comments, and new subscribers. I know you guys hear it all the time. So please, again, please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification button so you're notified when I drop new content. I'm going to continue to try to do 2 to 3 videos a week, and we're going to be starting that new Train, Adapt, and Overcome series within the training. I'm still trying to get together all the content and the different ideas that I want to go down on that content and those videos and how it's going to go. So just be patient with that. And I'm going to continue to do the reviews on the firearms, gear, knives, and everything. Watches, we also mentioned that. So we're going to continue to evolve. And I want to thank you, everyone. Have a great week, and we'll see you next time.